Hi guys, I'm going to do a quick video, not quite rabbit themed, but about my tattoos and the meanings behind them. I've had quite a few subscribers ask in the comment section about which tattoos are which and what they mean, and people are also asking if I've got one of Pom Pom, who've joined the channel recently. So just going to have a quick run through my tattoos and what they mean. Now there's not many of them. I'm on a blood thinner, so the last one I had done I heavily bruised, so it might be a while till I pluck up the courage to have another. But I'll start off with tattoo number one is Theo. This is my son. I have an only child and he is 14 this month. And Theo, we named him as such because Theo means gift from God. And I was told initially I couldn't have children, so Theo, when he was conceived, was very much seen by myself and my husband Stephen to be a gift. So we called him Theo, and there's a little crown there because he's the crown of my life. And that was just done like that. So that's Theo on that wrist. And moving in chronological order, the next one I had done there is the 25th of the 7th. People have asked what date that is. That is my mother's birthday. And it was about 4 years ago now, I think, that my mother had quite a bad health scare. My mum and I are quite close. She is the first person I will turn to if I'm struggling with something. I'll always be on the phone or on a WhatsApp call going, Mum, I need help. And she's always been there for me, which is great. And she had quite a bad health scare, and the doctors were basically warning my dad that this might be the end. So I rushed out to the tattoo parlour and got my mum's date of birth on my arm, and she's still with us, thankfully, and hopefully she'll be with us for many, many more years to come. And it's just sort of a memorial of her, but also celebrating her while she's with me now and the bond that we have, which is really, really nice. So moving on to the next one, this is a heart and a crown. This is in the tiny numbers in the little boxes. I don't know if you can see them from there, but it's the date of our wedding, the 8th of August 2005. Stephen and I got married. It will be, 19 years this year. And it's a heart and a crown because Stephen, my husband, his name means crown. So he is the crown of my heart, and that's our wedding anniversary. So that's my mum and my husband and our wedding and my son. Moving on to the next one I had done there is Brave and Beautiful in a really nice font across there. Now these I get to see a lot of the time, particularly the ones on my wrist, because I'm seeing those whatever I'm doing. These I get to see. This one I don't get to see because of where it is on my arm. You can see it's facing away from me. So it's not something I wanted to look at all the time, but it's a message for people who can see it. And this is Brave and Beautiful. This is actually about myself. Now I'm not coming on here and going, I'm so gorgeous in the sense of physical beauty. This is very much inner beauty. And this is to mark a very difficult time I had. And it was a really, really difficult time for me. And what I did took a lot of bravery and a lot of guts. And I marked it as myself being brave and beautiful. Now this was based on a Walt Disney quote, which is, excuse me if I misquote it slightly, I'm trying to recall it to mind. The flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all. And I think that's really, really true, that those who go through really, really difficult experiences, and we all do at some point in our lives, getting through those experiences really shows that beauty that's inside you, the beauty of heart, the beauty of character, the beauty of perseverance, the beauty of strength. That's the beauty that we all have inside us, and that's what shines through when we work our way through these really difficult times and we come through out the other end victorious. So Brave and Beautiful was just a reminder that I am brave and beautiful in those times that are difficult and dark, but it's not something I see on a daily basis, but it's there kind of to say to other people, this is what I've been through. And it's kind of my war wound, if you like. It's kind of my war wound that I came through that battle and was victorious, so that's that one. Moving on to the next one I had done is of beautiful, beautiful Pom Pom. I wanted to get one of Pom Pom done while he was still with us. So when I knew he was poorly, I rushed out to get this one done. Now I tried to get it in similar font to Theo, and you can see there that my two children, who I felt Pom Pom was very much a child of my own. I loved him as though he was mine, and if I'd physically given birth to him, I couldn't have loved him more than I did. So to me, for life, my two children are forever on my wrist, and this is great because these are the parts of my arms that I get to see on a daily basis, whether I'm cooking, eating, working, using the computer. These are the ones that I see on a really regular basis. I was initially just going to get 2 bunny ears. I have seen some beautiful lifelike tattoos that people have done after fur babies passed. And for me, I'm sort of glad I didn't get a very lifelike one done, because I would just be crying all the time. This one was a little bit realistic, but also a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more lighthearted. The bunny ears one I decided not to get because Pom Pom was having surgery on his ears at the time, and I was thinking what to get done, and somebody I was talking to said to me, why don't you get his Pom Pom tail? Now Pom Pom was named, believe it or not, because we had a name for one of the rabbits and we were going for a walk, my son and I, thinking, what can we call this rabbit when we get him? What can we call this rabbit? And we were walking down the road and there was a child's hair bobble on the pavement and it had a pom-pom on it, and we instantaneously looked at each other and said Pom Pom, and that was his name, destined to be when he arrived. And he very much suited the name of Pom Pom, because without knowing what he looked like at the time, we came home with a rabbit with a gorgeous little white pom-pom, fluffy, floofy cottontail. I loved having this one done because I loved seeing him stand up, and the back of him when he stood up was so adorable with his little creases in his fur. And one of the things I absolutely loved the most were these little creases at the back of his neck, which those of you have noticed in photos were almost slightly orangey in colour, whereas the rest of his fur was quite brown and grey. So that was a really cute thing, and I had that one done. And I'm glad I got it done while Pom Pom was still with us. It's something that he saw, something that he climbed on, something that was there. When I cuddled him close to my heart, I was holding him with the arm that had the Pom Pom tattoo on it. And that's really special to me because he was there, he saw it, he felt it, and now it's there forever for me to remember him. So Pom Pom, bless him, is always going to be my child and a really big part of my life. The last and most recent one that I have done is on this arm, and it's the first one I had done that was a larger art piece that I got the tattoo artist to design for me. And this is a clock and a sand timer, and this is in memory of my grandfather, who when I was younger said to my mum about me, she is special and she is destined for great things. And I thought it was really touching that he saw that in me even at a young age, at a time when youngsters are perhaps struggling with things, struggling at school, struggling with different issues. He perhaps saw something in me that other people hadn't been so quick to spot, and I really valued that about him. He was one of the most favourite people in my life. He passed away of cancer in the 90s at the age of 69, which is comparatively quite young. And he was a writer, and I just had a really special bond with him. Although I didn't see him very much growing up because of his work, I didn't get to see him a lot, and he was a very busy person, and I just felt really close to him at the times I did get to see him. And I felt that because he had said to me, this girl is special, she's destined for great things, and he was destined for great things as a writer, I felt really that the clock and the sands of time showed the sands of time going from his destiny and his greatness through the generations down to myself as his granddaughter, and the destiny that he talked about, that I would be destined for great things as well. So that's the meaning behind this one. It's got a feather going across the bottom as well, like a quill pen onto the quote, because as I said, he was a writer, and it's kind of just that nice imagery of him being a writer with the quill and the pen and the ink as well. So that's that one. My Pom Pom tattoo is extremely precious to me because Pom Pom passed away sadly last December, just a few weeks ago, and we lost him to cancer, as I did lose my grandfather to cancer as well. So the two heroes of my heart who passed away from cancer are both on this arm together. Pom Pom is there. I'm just going to read this that I bought for myself recently as well, which really is Pom Pom talking to me from when I got the tattoo done to when he passed. When tomorrow comes and you find that I'm not there, smile when you think of me. I knew how much you cared. When the nights draw in and you face your deepest fear, remember I am in your heart and wipe away your tears. I lived a life so full of love, you gave your very best. Know that I am still with you, for I never really left. One day we'll meet at Rainbow Bridge and together we will run, morning, noon and evening, and when tomorrow comes. So Pom Pom is there and he'll always be with me, and one day I am going to see him again and cuddle him with the same arm. So they're my tattoos, not very many, who knows, might get more done in the future, but that's where I am at the moment, and just thought I'd share with you the very deep and meaningful meanings behind each one of my tattoos.